Welcome to the Whiskey Chasers, where we talk about our passion for whiskey and its history, either amongst ourselves or while interviewing distilleries, all while enjoying a glass. I'm Steve.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Chris.
Please enjoy responsibly while enjoying this week's episode of the Whiskey Chasers.
And this is Iron Shoe Distilling in Niles, Michigan. Where is Niles?
Oh, man. So do you know where Notre Dame
That's
is
not
at?
that far from where we went to college.
Yeah. Okay, so this is way over there, kind of near like Journeyman and all that
so
stuff.
it's actually closer. Well, actually, no, it's closer to where we went to college than what Journeyman is. Journeyman is still about maybe a 45-minute drive still north from where we went to school. Niles is like 10 to 15 minutes.
Niles is a bigger area for that area. I feel like everything came to Niles, Michigan.
And everyone came from Niles. Yeah.
Unlike the radio, if they were like,
Okay.
this thing was coming or this concert was coming or the Scare Fest for Halloween, like it all happened in Niles, Michigan. Do you remember that? Like commercials and stuff? It was always, it must be a big, really like.
Well, I don't think it was, it's not that big. It's not that big of a city.
Not a big area, but like a big come here and do stuff.
Yes. Well, because of where we went to school.
Because where it's
it
at.
was so close to it. So it was like, hey, we can converge on a common ground kind of thing and get a smaller city to go to a smaller city to form a bigger city kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a decent size little
It's a
town.
decent size. Friends of mine that still old roommates that still live in that area, they actually found this distillery.
Okay.
And they have a kitchen attached to it, which is really good food and why we went.
Trade winds?
No. Right?
Iron Shoe.
Iron Shoe.
I'm just kidding.
Trade winds, they have another. That's a whole
That's
story.
Thing. That's a
Yes.
whole nother thing.
But we went there and I sent Steve pictures. I saw they had their bourbon, their rye. So this is where things get a little weird. They have a bourbon, rye, they had an American single malt. That's all they had at the moment. They had no other whiskey related spirits.
Not even like gin and vodka.
Whiskey related spirits.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I'm
So
just
they did
wondering.
have gin,
Did they have gin and vodka?
They do a lot of limoncello.
I'd love to see distillery not do that stuff one of these days. Like, just be like, we're not gonna do it.
Limoncello, they had an orange cello, maybe a lime.
Orange cello would be interesting.
They also had huckleberry cream.
Ooh.
And then they
now
had
that sounds good.
They had one that was like an espresso cream kind of thing, like a bourbon espresso cream, but incredibly small. Went there for food, fantastic. The downside is they do a flight of 5 spirits.
But they only have 3.
No,
Whiskey.
So
Yeah.
that was my thought. And I looked at Mary and said, what the hell
I'm
are
not
the
doing
other
a
2
flight,
going to be?
get a vodka.
Right.
I'm not getting a flight of vodka.
Even if you have flavored vodka, I'm not doing a flight with vodka.
no,
like,
I guess give me 2 ryes.
Right.
Yeah, and then give me the double up on the bourbon.
Right,
And then
like,
I'll try one
we'll-
American
we'll do
single
that.
malt.
We'll
That's
have fun with that,
basically where
yeah.
I'd be at.
So that was the interesting. They're incredibly tiny.
Yeah.
They're incredibly tiny. And I'm interested to see what you found
But are
research-wise.
they making
anything.
all their own stuff?
They are.
They are making their own stuff. They have a very small operation.
Tiny.
It is in a muffler shop, an old muffler
old
shop.
muffler,
The
yeah.
old
Yep.
muff shop.
It
Huh?
was a muffler shop, then it was a Sunoco gas station. And then it was this.
Oh, the Sunoco makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see some Sunoco stuff
no,
around?
but like
or-
the
But you did
size
see
of
some
it
muffs.
makes more
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mufflers.
Yeah. No muffs.
No muffs. It says Land O'Lakes around here or nothing.
We got more knees showing. Okay.
That's more than
Yeah.
a knee showing.
Yeah. This place started in 2019. So these guys are new.
So they took over an old muffler shop that had become a Sunoco, which is kind of amazing in itself, and then became a distillery.
Yep. Restaurant/distillery.
Restaurant. So imagine eating in an old Sunoco.
So here's the weird part. So you think about how small that would be, the muffler shop? The muffler shop houses their distillery and the restaurant.
It's a
And their
small
restaurant takes over the distillery. So
What's
like
weird, in my mind, a muffler shop would be bigger than a gas station. So it must have been really a big Sunoco, is what I'm thinking.
yes, but it's a tiny outfit
Because like a
for a
legit
distillery
muffler
and
shop would probably have what, at least
have a
4
couple of
stalls,
bays.
at least
Yeah,
4 bays.
exactly.
They
Yeah.
only have 1 bay, I think.
And most
Okay.
The
gas
muffler
stations
shop only
have
had one.
pumps, but then they just have a little tiny
Little store inside.
stop and rob. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
So where the muffler shop was, that bay, that's where their distillery is. So it's one big bay is where their
Okay, one
distillery
bay is where this
One bay now, but they might have knocked some walls out.
But I'm saying their distillery is in that bay.
Nice.
So that's how
You know,
small
it
this
makes
thing
sense.
is.
Actually, it's probably the perfect setup for a distillery
It probably
because you have
is.
a
It's
lot of access.
Big, clear
big
area.
open on the inside, tons of height in there. Like It it makes sense for a body shop and a distillery kind of go like as far as like DNA of a building.
Right.
Probably pretty handy and actually maybe even more useful because a lot of those have like a floor that goes down so you can work under the car. So you probably can utilize that for some extra stuff.
Yeah, probably good. This was not their first go at distilling. So
This is their second
did not
this is
attempt.
know
their
that.
second distillery.
So first attempt maybe failed.
Well, no, they moved.
Moved. Okay.
They moved.
Okay.
So the owners are Howard and Laura Tuthill.
Tuthill.
Tuttle?
Tuthill.
Tuthil.
Tuthil?
Yeah, Tuthill.
Tuthill. Tuthill?
Yep.
Tuthill.
Tuthil. Yep. The gentleman Howard is from Colorado, and so their first distillery was in Colorado.
What was that one?
That was called Whistling Hare Distillery.
Whistling Hare.
Whistling Hare.
Little bit bold on the name there, Chad.
What's
So,
with these names?
and
Iron
that
Shoe,
Well,
Whistling
in
Hare.
Colorado, you probably have to
Yeah,
compete a
Whistling
little bit.
Hare is a pretty good Colorado distillery name.
Okay.
But it and the distillery still exists. It's just it has changed names after it was sold.
Okay.
So it was sold to another company, and now they are called Turnbuckle Distilling. The thing was for their marketing for this company is they didn't have it. They just they just didn't talk a whole lot about anything to do with them, with the couple. And I watched a few interviews and a few videos and stuff.
And this is going all the way back to the original distillery, or this one.
This one.
Okay,
This
yep,
one.
okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the old one, they didn't do a lot of marketing with that either. And
They
now,
just come up with a big name and they're
since it's
exhausted.
changed, it's all that history
They
is gone.
put so
Like,
much into
website's
the name
gone.
that they just can't do anything else with it.
So Iron Shoe Distilling is named after
A horse.
Saint Dunstan. So Saint Dunstan is it's a legend. It's the reason that you see horseshoes over doorways. And so you put a horseshoe over a doorway and you put it there to keep bad
It's lucky.
spirits out.
Oh, well, I thought it was just lucky.
Yeah, so it's luck of the Irish for the Irish side, but but this story goes with it. Saint Dunstan is the patron saint of blacksmiths. He did a deal with the devil, and he put red hot iron horseshoes on the devil's hooves, and
So that everyone could
devil's
hear him.
hooves?
on the devil's hooves, and to hurt the devil.
But they're
And
hooves.
the deal was that he'll remove the shoe if he will not cross it again. So because of that, now you put horseshoes over doorways to keep the bad spirits out. and keep the
Interesting.
good
Okay.
spirits.
I was going to ask you if that's where like a dunce comes from.
a dunce.
Yeah.
The
Is it?
idiot?
I
You
don't
think?
know. I mean, a dunce is an idiot or like an or
but
whatever.
maybe this guy was kind of like flawed. Maybe there's two sides to this story where he did something that was a little bit like,
he's a saint.
gotcha.
He's a dumb saint, okay?
Well, but Peter's a saint too, and that dude, like, yeah, he had his issues as well. Like, I wouldn't call him the brainiac.
Right.
He tricked the devil and got this horseshoe on him, and then said, "Hey, I'll take it
But
off."
maybe
for ya."
that's what I mean. If you're being a dunce, like, it's because you're the opposite. Like, the guy got you.
Oh, I see.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe
see.
they're, yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, so he's
Maybe.
not a dunce. The
But
people
what
that
he
gets
does, they're the
dunces.
dunce, yeah, because he owns you, so you have his name.
Maybe I don't know. There you go.
Gotcha.
Something to think about.
You know what I mean? Like, you just got nicked. You know what I mean? Nicked like a razor.
Them knees are nice and
Dude,
shit.
that's it. From now on, you got to start telling people that you got nicked. I
Like
just came up
razor.
with that one. That's pretty good.
So, but yeah, that's the story of Saint Dunstan, and that's how. And then these guys just took that story and said, "All right,
Said,
we're gonna be the Iron
F it.
Shoe
Let's
Distilling."
do it. We have no ties to being Irish or shoes, but we're also going to put a horse right on the front.
Exactly. It's all horseshoe
It
related.
would have been
There's
hilarious if
horseshoes
they
all
had
over
like
the
an
place.
actual shoe with like a
An iron shoe?
like instead instead of the horse, like make it more like on the nose,
More like a shoe
like a
shoe.
shoe.
Like an actual like a clog, but
People are like,
iron.
"Oh,
Instead of a wooden
It's,
clog,
it's the
iron.
Monopoly
It's
shoe.
iron
It's
shoe.
it's iron. It's made of iron, but it's a shoe. Monopoly.
They got into lots of battles.
And then
with
on the back,
Monopoly at
don't
that point,
pass
yeah.
go. Don't collect $200. Buy this bottle
Go straight to jail.
before it goes on sale on Boardwalk.
So that previous distillery was a little bit more of a distillery.
That one was the Whispering Nuts or
Whistling Hare.
Whistling Hare. That's what it was.
This one is more of a restaurant. His wife runs the restaurant, so this is more her.
So it's a bar. It's a bar kitchen
Bar ki- yeah,
distillery
exactly.
type of like maybe they kind of rely on the food, and the food relies on the bourbon. And I get that. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
Especially if you're there, because it's always better when you're eating and drinking good stuff at the same time.
for sure. Yep. And they make all their own stuff, so they didn't source. They
Coming from Colorado,
started
it's
doing
kind of
their
a
own
thing that you want to have good food. Probably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And so they're known for their burgers. It's a burger joint.
Burger joint.
When we were there, they had a burger of the month. They partnered with a local donut shop and did the donut as the bun. And then they had egg. You could decide how you want the egg cooked. I think it was bacon, like a jalapeno chutney almost.
Ooh,
on
jalapeno
it.
chutney is very good.
And then I guess the burgers, like they make their own burgers.
All Ohio grown
Yeah.
beef and
What I want to know is, do they have shoestring French fries?
They do not
Well, that's a miss.
because of the shoe.
because
Yeah,
of the shoe.
yeah.
I mean, that.
Well,
well,
think about how many shoestrings do you have in an iron shoe?
Just enough to keep it on. I guess you're slipping off.
That'd be jerky.
But
I guess.
shoestring French fries is kind of a thing you should have. If you know.
They like their spice, by the way, Chris. So you would love this place.
I'm
They
very
did
excited about
nachos.
eating there.
Yeah, they had
all of a
nachos
sudden.
with like jalapeno, like fresh jalapenos chopped on it.
It's the only way to have those.
Yeah, I mean they like their spice. A lot of their stuff is spice involved.
Interesting. Well, this says spicy, and
It's
I'm not getting much spice.
Steve. Have you been able to find
He hasn't even
anything?
tried. Poor Steve's trying to get through everything he's got, and we're just.
I didn't know you guys poured.
Like 2 hours ago.
Oh, we've poured. I'm on my third one.
So, were you able to find anything on the mash bill?
On the nose, it's very spicy.
Yes.
On the taste, it's just not. But it's not good. It's
The only
just
thing-
not spicy.
I do know that they do make 100% rye. Or at one point they made, which was 75% rye, 25% malted rye. And so I don't know if this is the same thing or not. I think they would probably
does it have
advertise 100%
does it have a mash
rye.
bill on it?
No, and this is where things get very tricky with them. Is there's a few things missing on this. There's no mash bill. There's no age statement. It is a single barrel. All of their stuff, they're so small that all of their stuff is single barrels.
In small
Right.
batch.
They don't do blended. It's all when the barrel is ready. We
Kind of
put
like
that out.
Iron Vault.
Yes.
They
But
pull
with
it when
that
it's
is,
ready, and that's
they're
it.
so experimental. Like they have so many random things that it's like, oh, is this is this all rye or is this something else? But it's a single barrel kind of deal.
You know what's interesting, to get serious for a minute, is you do bring up a good point that the one thing I wouldn't call this is like a very small batch craft distillery type of taste. You don't get that. But based on what you just said and kind of reading the bottle and then knowing a little bit about it that I do, I would expect more of that.
So here's what I get. I think I finally put together why I appreciated this bottle enough to say, hey, this is the one we have to have out of the 3 that they had to offer that day. When we were at Iron Vault, he talked about how they do not like Ohio rye. They don't use Ohio rye.
Because it's kind of muted.
Not because it's too spicy. It's too intense.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
These guys are getting everything they put proudly like 10 miles away from their distillery. So we're talking Michigan grown rye. That's a drastic difference from any other rye that we've had. But
Have we had Michigan rye? I'm sure we have.
I would venture out to say that Journeyman does Michigan rye. And they do
Journeyman's
that.
rye is more potent than this.
They do it with the wheated. So that's the weird part is like maybe this is less rye than what we're thinking. Like maybe it's
I'd like to
probably
see the mash bill,
50%,
yeah.
but like
This is a rye, though. It's not a high rye bourbon.
this is a rye.
It's a rye, so it's at least 51%
yeah,
rye.
right. It's a rye.
But this reminds me slightly of Journeyman's rye, not at cast strength.
See, I disagree.
This
I don't
is
think the
90 proof.
I don't think the cast strength. I don't think the proof changes. Journeyman's rye is very formidable.
But it's
This is
also
not
very
that.
friendly. Micah doesn't like ryes. He loves our Journeyman pick.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, but
it's
it's
friendly,
still
but it's
pretty
It's a,
straightforward rye. It is a rye. It has rye spice. It is, it's a rye. It might be a good rye, and it might be a rye that.
this is not that, right?
Yeah, this is not that. I don't get rye off of this.
I
get this is incredible.
full disclosure.
Yeah.
I had 3 glasses of this earlier, and I just couldn't. I was like, I really like it, but I would, if you had not told me this was a rye, I would have been shocked.
The nose has rye.
It's very easy to drink. The nose is very rye, but it's something that you can drink very quickly because it's just good, but it's not taxing. Not saying it's a no thinker, but it is something that I think we could finish this very quickly. And maybe that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like it's very good, but it's not packing a wallop. You get what I'm saying? And I'm surprised it's a rye. I'm surprised it's 90 proof, to be honest. It's because it says spicy and smooth. They got the smooth down. Yeah. I hate that word. It's like moist. I cringe when I hear smooth, like women don't like that word moist. What it is. I just don't like it. But I guess if you were to call something smooth, this is that. It's not spicy.
No, I don't get any spice.
But if we're dealing with, they have a restaurant tied with this, and if they aren't, I don't know where she lies in the chef world, but if she's not a chef, this goes very well with any kind of food. If I'm making food at home, this will pair with that.
That is actually a good point.
You know?
That a rye actually doesn't go well with most foods. Certain ones, sure. Right. But like it's a little too much and it could give you kind of heartburn kind of a thing. This actually would be really good to eat and drink with. You're right. But because it is kind of like easygoing.
Exactly.
It's very kind of a blank canvas.
And I don't mean it's like easygoing and like it lacks flavor. Like an MGP kind of lacks flavor. This has flavor. It's just really easygoing and it's really easy to drink. Like it's kind of like a bag of chips that like you can't stop eating it until you're going to eat the bag. You're going to eat the whole thing.
I'm drinking it to find flavors. I do not like this.
Okay. Okay.
Like just the flavor. The flavor is not for me because there is not a lot of it. It's incredibly thin.
What did I say before Steve came over? Do you remember the word I used? And not in a bad way. I said it was nondescript. But not in a bad way. And again, like not like an everyday drinker, no thinker, but in if we wanted to just drink and like say we were more intent on the conversation or the smoke or we were eating and we were really like, say we really had something, say we were going to really hammer something out and like we really needed to think and talk, but we wanted to drink while we did it. If we opened this, it would be gone very quickly and you would enjoy the experience, but you wouldn't have to think about it. In a good way. Like there are some where you can drink and like you're not thinking about it. This is like one that it's kind of like that bag of chips. Like I said, you don't exactly love the flavor, but you like it enough that you don't realize you keep eating it. And you ever said like, take this bag, I'm going to keep eating it. Like, have you ever said that? Like I just keep eating it. Like I'm getting full. That would be this bottle. For some reason, you keep dipping back into it, even though like it's not the best thing, but it's not the worst thing. But like, if it's in front of you, you're going to finish it. Yeah. That's how I feel about this.
If we're going off of food and the idea that their food is normally spicier in the kitchen, that might play into this.
This would pair with a lot of good food.
But that might increase the spice on this. You know what I mean?
Like pickles in this would be fantastic.
Yes.
But you're right. Maybe it would bring out some more flavor. Right. There are flavors here. I think you would agree with that, Steve. There are flavors here, but
they're muted.
They're not enough to where you're actually seeking them out, and they're not enough to where they're overpowering your thoughts.
Okay, so let's think about it this way.
It's just kind of like what it is.
2019?
Yeah, 2019.
So 7 years old. 7 years, second run of trying a distillery.
And really only 4 years because you had COVID.
This is better than Bullet.
Right.
I really don't like it, but... And I shouldn't say that.
We should pull up a Bullet Rye.
I don't have Bullet Rye.
Like a Bullet, but I know I'm drinking a rye when I'm drinking a Bullet Rye.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. That's a fair point.
Like, so I don't like.
Well, and this is again a conversation we had earlier. I don't like that it says rye. I don't think this is a rye.
It doesn't drink like a rye.
Don't think about it being a rye. Think about it being a whiskey.
Yeah.
Don't think about it being bourbon. Think about it being a whiskey.
Yeah.
It's something that you would drink in the way that you would drink Jack Daniels. Not like mixed, but like I find myself, maybe you guys don't. I find myself, I don't have to think about Jack because I know what it tastes like. Right. Not saying the flavors are the same, but I don't need to think about it because I already have Jack figured out. So if I want to drink Jack, I could drink one glass or I could drink the whole bottle of Jack. I'm not going to have to think. I'm not going to have to use my brain. I am going to enjoy it on the same level that I would enjoy a McDonald's sandwich. It's not the best thing in the world, but it is going to get the job done. I am going to enjoy it somewhat. You get what I'm saying? You know what you're getting. You're not going to be thrown through for a loop, but still kind of satiating. That's Jack Daniels. That's this. That's something like I'm not going to have to think about it. The like Bullet Rye, it's like more than that without it being good. Like, exactly. You get what I'm saying? You have to actually think about it a little bit. And the more you think about it, you're like, I really don't like it because I'm thinking about it and I've had better. I'm not comparing this to anything because it's just good the way it is. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
This very much reminds me of the first year club, where anything we have that year is good, but there's potential for better. Because if you think about it, the first year's club, we've had several bottles from those same distilleries, but plus. They've shown enough.
Right. Yeah.
They've shown enough potential that we've sought out the potential. We found the potential, and we had those bottles, and we went, damn.
Yeah.
Like, if only that was their base, their foundation. But if that was their foundation, would they have reached this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, I will say, I think that, like you said, they're all single barrels, and they do a lot of different things. So I don't think that they've found their flavor yet.
No, I don't think they have.
But I will say I'm very excited to try my American single malt of this.
After this, okay.
After this. And so,
Okay.
yeah, I am very excited to
That's
try their
kind of
American
promising
single
if
malt.
it kind of has the same kind of flavor.
Exactly.
I
So,
think you're
like,
right because it'll have
this-
more oomph.
Yeah, I think it'll have a little more oomph, but also you're not looking for spice in an American single malt. Like, that's not the thing you're
It's
going
just,
for.
I think that it's just
And-
nondescript.
It is,
but not in a bad
But I'm
way.
trying to figure out what the flavor is. I'm tasting. It's incredibly. It's almost water. It's very watery.
It's whiskey.
It's watered.
yeah.
It's watered down.
It's more Canadian to me,
It is almost
Oh,
Canadian. It's
yeah.
very sweet.
and that's maybe why I'm
that's
like I don't have to
interesting.
think. I like it
Yeah.
because I don't have to think about it. Like, and that's what I like about Canadian. It's just and that's rye too. Yeah. But it's sweeter. It's not super flavorful. It's not overly proofed.
But they don't advertise as a rye.
They don't, but Canadian is rye whiskey. It is. It's rye whiskey. It's a soft rye. And you get it on more on the nose than you do on the flavor. This is very Canadian-esque, I think. And I like it. And you know what? And I've always said Canadian whiskey is good to drink while you eat something.
So I just
That's
took
where
like
it shines the best.
I just took like a big gulp of this.
And you can finally get
And you
something.
coughed.
And,
All of a sudden he snorts
No,
it and he's like, no, we're good.
there it is. It is alcohol.
I just did an enema with this stuff. Let me tell you guys.
Let me tell you.
Now I
Wait
know
a
the
minute, I
flavor.
really feel the flavors.
I feel it in my brain.
But I just remembered when I was looking back through some of the videos and stuff I watched of this distillery. They have in the past used chocolate malt in some stuff, and I kind of got some chocolatey notes on that big gulp.
Chocolatey. I could see
Yeah.
it's more chalky. The chalky kind of chocolate.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a card for their master distiller. I don't think he's the owner.
Okay.
Which would
Well, no,
Most of the time, the owner's not the master.
the
distiller.
guy is the main distiller.
okay, so maybe it is.
So maybe
okay.
it was him. Yeah.
Because what
Well, that's not the norm.
it's not the norm, but what I find intriguing is the fact that you guys both have related this is a single barrel. This may not be the same next time. They may not have found their flavor. This one feels very nondescript. How many other distilleries have we seen do that? I mean, even Iron Vault, they
I think
have
it's
a
hard to
mentality of this
do-
is the flavor,
and I
this is
guess
what we want.
This is what I'm trying to convey. And and I'm the flavor guy, but I do think it's a lot harder to have a good drinking whiskey that is nondescript than it sounds. Because there is plenty of whiskeys out there that are ho-hum and they're just also not good. This is like kind of nondescript, but in a good way. Like, I like it for the fact that I would drink this whole bottle and not be what's the price of it? Because if this is like around that $40, like under $50 mark, yeah, this would be really good to like just open and drink. Like, and you're not thinking maybe outside on the patio while you're grilling and you're kind of just drinking to drink, but you still want something better than, in my opinion, like I like this better than Bullet because maybe it is even more nondescript. I don't think about all the fact that I don't like this flavor, I don't like that flavor, or it's bitey here, or it's unaged here. This is kind of like, I hate to say it, but like smooth, like it says. It's not spicy, but it is an all around decent drinking whiskey that is not over the top, but it's not under promising either.
So let me put it this way: their single malt was a specialty bottle, the most expensive, and that was $64.99 before
Yeah, so this is
tax.
probably really, really great priced. And a single barrel.
They probably aren't doing very big
you don't
barrels.
Get, like, it's like you don't get the youngness of, like, say, like, it's not like and I hate to, now I'm thinking of like Canadian whiskeys, but you get what I'm saying? Like, there's some Canadian whiskey, like Crown Royal, for instance. It's a very easygoing whiskey. But I guarantee if you tried it side by side with this, Crown Royal would taste thinner and bitier and younger and less, God help me, I keep saying this, but less smooth with the air quotes.
Less rounded out.
This is more rounded. Yeah. This is more not saying it's aged, it's matured.
Yeah.
This is like it's to itself. Like, it's figured itself out. It's not lacking, but it also isn't the biggest, baddest badass in the room. You know what I mean?
I will say I don't get any bite off of this. Like, I don't get youngness or bitiness from it. I get it's very thin and it's very watery, but it's not bitey. And so, which is really good. And so I think that I can definitely give it that.
I think what excites me about this and why I was like, let's do this, is the potential.
Yeah.
Because
And there
this,
definitely
this
could be
has
some of that.
potential. Like, this
If-
distillery has potential.
Yeah. And I'd be curious. I would be curious to try some of their other stuff to see what the rest of it tries. Like I said, I do want to try the American single malt because I do think that just the flavors I'm getting off of this would do well with like a barley.
Yeah,
and
like
playing
this with like
that.
a whole lot of stale aftertaste.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Would
it's
be
great.
great.
Like 3
That
days
sounds
after
amazing.
water.
What is
Yeah.
missing is staleness.
What this is missing is gross staleness.
Absolutely. That's the one thing we're missing.
Although half of my bottle from Iron Vault is gone. Have you noticed that? Nick?
Yeah.
That single
loves
single
that
malt.
thing.
Oh, I know. It's a great. It's a great.
I've
single
like
malt.
have drank like half of it.
I do think. I think that if we would have had maybe a more potent tobacco with
Yeah,
it, also, I
absolutely.
think that
Yeah.
would have helped
This is not the tobacco for this
this
but
bottle.
You know
yeah.
what this bottle needs is like a powerhouse.
Yeah. Because what we're smoking here is Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock
Peterson's
Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. This was my very first tobacco. Way back when. This is the very first tobacco I ever bought at any point. Is this
Well, and I love Sherlock Holmes except for my one critique of this blend. And if I were to ever like blend my own, I should try this. But it does lack any sort of serious tobacco. Like there's no like what it needs is dark fired, in my opinion. This thing needs like, and I wouldn't even say Latakia. I think dark fired with this blend of like bright Virginias and the topping it has would be like, it's like all bark and no bite.
Yeah.
This tobacco. It's great, but it's not good with this.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. I need something. I need something with some oomph.
We need some oomph. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Either build on spice with some Perique or something,
Yeah, Perique would be good too. but
or just
like
something
a little dark
with
fired and
yeah.
maybe some Perique on top of
Exactly,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
why not? But I do like the overall flavors of it. It's just not deep dark, dark
exactly.
enough.
Yes.
I would be interested to see what it would look like to age Sherlock Holmes for like 20 years. Maybe.
Do you think it would change?
Yeah, because it's Virginia. It would change. It would absolutely change.
I think that's a good idea though, is to throw some dark fired in with this and just blend it and see what it would be.
We've talked about this, and we
Yeah.
ought to do some videos or something. We ought to try to blend our own stuff.
We ought to, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Just try it out.
So just a little dab will do us.
But yeah, a little dab. But I don't know. Like,
so yeah, I don't think the combo is necessarily the
this
best
isn't
for
this isn't the right combo. But it is. I do like. I find myself drinking a lot of it. Like if we were to stay here all night, that thing would not
It'd be
last.
done,
I don't think it would last an hour because it's already halfway. Like when I got here, it was full.
I mean, I just
and it's
poured
like
me a
halfway.
second
Yeah.
pretty hefty
it's very
drink.
easy to drink, and you can't really bitch about it because like you are drinking it, you know,
I'm
like.
trying to figure it out, which is the reason I poured so much.
But also because you're doing it.
Because you're doing it.
Because before you got here, Nick was like, go on, go up there and just hang out. So like thing you know, like he came up and I was like on my third glass and I was like, this stuff's nondescript. And he's like, you're on your third glass. I'm like, I am. I gotta keep drinking it.
Yeah.
It's literally like the bag of sour cream and onion chips that you're like, I don't need anymore. You like roll them up, you put them aside. You're watching TV, and next thing you know, you're like eating them again. You're like, how did that happen? You will eat until there's nothing left.
Maybe the enticing thing about this, what enticed me about the bottle was, yes, the potential, but you keep going back because you're going, there's got to be something more. Maybe I'm missing something because there's got to be something else. And you keep drinking, and you're like, oh crap, I'm done with the bottle. I still don't know.
Maybe that's it.
what
You're
that
searching,
is.
but there's
Like,
nothing wrong with always searching.
No.
Because if you're and honestly, if you're a business, like a consumer business, you want to always have that little element of wanting more, right? That's why they put so much salt in snacks and things like that, because they want you to eat more and drink more and do all that. And I think to have that element down, especially if you offer really good kitchen, is probably not a bad idea. Like this would go really well with a great kitchen.
So I had the taster, right? So I ended up doing their limoncello, which you would like their limoncello.
I like limoncello. We both like limoncello.
Mary did not like it.
Do you like limoncello, Steve?
I don't. I'm not a big lemon guy.
Yeah, not either,
but I
this-
love lemon.
But orange cello,
Like lemonade?
I really like orange cello.
I'm a lemonade fanatic.
I do like lemonade, but I think that's because I like sugar more than lemons.
Oh, but I make mine.
So-
Mine's more lemon forward.
Yeah.
It's more semi-sweet.
I think I also tried their huckleberry, which was good.
I love huckleberry anything.
But the rye was the thing I got another glass of. I think I got like 2 more
This.
of those. Yes. Because this with food,
It's great.
it fits.
I just don't like that it's called a rye. I don't think of this as a rye.
Okay. So with that in mind, you don't think of this as a rye. We don't know the mash bill.
Right.
What would you guys think?
Canadian, which I
No, no.
also don't think of as a rye.
What would
I
you
think
think
of it as
the
Canadian.
mash bill is
Oh.
for this? We don't know what it is,
Dude,
but if you had to guess.
what I'm saying is there's a lot of Canadian whiskeys that are 100% rye. I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't 100% rye. It's
Well,
soft.
it's soft.
It's a
but you think
flaccid
the
rye.
Michigan rye is that soft?
Dude, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the environment, the cold environment. I don't know.
And this sounds weird. Is Michigan that far off from Ohio when it comes to climate to produce a soft rye versus?
All I know is Michigan and Canada are pretty close.
Yeah, they are. But this is closer to Indiana. It's like
Michigan's
more
surrounded
corn.
by water. So it's kind of like Cleveland
And like effect.
and Lake Effect. So it's Cleveland,
Okay.
And
Ohio.
Amish
Okay.
It's
people.
the same as Michigan.
Okay. So
And Wolverines, right?
Again,
Like that's a team, right?
yeah, it's Michigan.
It's Michigan
Wolverines.
State,
That's
Yeah,
Michigan.
Yep. Good job. Yay, sports ball.
Gross. Yay, sports ball. You and that foosball, Bobby. You that foosball. That Vicky Valley.
The devil.
He showed me her boobies.
We've had a lot of whiskey. We've tasted a lot of different things
Over the years or tonight?
over the years.
Both.
I mean, whatever. What would you guys say is the? Don't just say Canadian.
I
but
won't say
What
Canadian.
would you say the mash bill is based off of what we've had prior?
100% rye. I wouldn't be surprised. But
Really?
just done in a way similar to that of Crown Royal. Or most like Canadians. I hate to say that, but I do think if I were to pour a blind at this point with some Canadian whiskey, I don't know if you guys could pick this out. And I can say that because I've had a lot of it.
Yeah. I think you're probably right that this would compare to a lot of
And a
Canadian-
lot of them are 100% rye.
Yeah. I don't know if it's 100% rye or not.
I'd be surprised if
I
it
do
is.
get the feel
But
that
it's gotta
there
be up there.
is. I get a decent amount of creaminess in it that would maybe tell me that there's some wheat,
I'm thinking wheat too.
I gotta think that, but
but I don't know.
The smell, even like
But
everything
the
is
thing
just.
is that we've had that too with Canadians that are super creamy, and I'm just like, where is this coming from? And maybe I don't understand how they're doing it. And again, they weren't like 100% rye, but they were mostly rye, not the rye that we talk about when we talk about rye. Not spicy, sweet, creamy, almost weedy, like wheat, but not rye the way that we consider rye. But they're rye whiskeys in Canada. It's weird. And I don't know what they're doing up there that makes them so sweet. We're always like, it's sweet, but it's like they're not adding sugar to that. They're not adding maple syrup. They're not, for the most part, they're not doing that stuff. So how are they getting these soft, sweet ryes? That I don't know. And do I even like it? I don't know. What's funny is you always ask me, like, why do you like Canadians? It's kind of like not, but I do like them. Just not all the time. I don't know. I think it's because it's a departure.
It's a nondescript departure.
You like them in the way that you might not eat certain sweets all the time, but when you have a hankering, you go after them. I mean, because how often do you see me actually drinking Canadian whiskey? Not that often. Not that often. It's probably like every 10th time I drink,
like
which is really not that much.
Of the time, yeah.
No, it's not that much. It's probably like once a month, to be honest.
If that, yeah. It's not very often.
It's not very often for somebody who likes it that much.
You used to drink it a lot more than you do now.
I used to go after it. Also, a factor for anybody thinking, like a lot of times it is a lot cheaper, and it's good. Something to think about. If you're ever over like in a quality over quantity or quantity over quality, definitely a lot more quantity over quantity on some of the Canadian stuff. But there is some really, really, really good Canadian stuff. And like their high-end Crown Royal, again, mostly rye, very wheat forward, like what you're saying, very creamy, very sweet, like this. Interesting. I don't know. But that's what I think of when I drink this. Without any of the youngness or the bite. Like this bites way less than Crown Royal.
Like I said, it doesn't bite at all. No. It doesn't have a youngness to it. Now, the only thing...
It's kind of filled out.
Yeah. So they, like I said, they opened in 2019. They were able to, because of Michigan's laws around liquor licenses and stuff, they were able to start distilling about 6 months before they opened. And so they were able to...
Usually it's the opposite.
Right. I learned a little bit about Michigan distillery
Maybe Michigan
laws,
has a right, yeah.
Interesting, because also their liquor license allows them to have 6 locations. Yeah,
Michigan might be the promised land.
Weird place.
Michigan,
when it comes to
Michigan has some weird things, but
for whiskey, they might be kind of like
so.
So they can have 6 locations for one license.
Yeah. Yeah,
interesting.
And I don't know any kind of details around that. If they have to be in the same town, if they have to be like
we've
I don't
talked
know.
to people that really got the runaround before they even opened up and distilled. Yeah. Like they had to already have the everything, equipment and everything before they could even like start distilling.
Go ahead, yeah.
So
it's like buying the wheels before you build the car.
It sounds like Michigan is a little bit looser when it comes to that kind of stuff, which I mean. They are in a lot of the vices.
They are.
So I mean,
nothing wrong with being a little loose now and then.
And so I mean, their cannabis industry is the same kind of way. So it's it's a different kind of world.
Yeah, the gambling. Yeah, they're loosey goosey.
Yeah. So
wishy washy.
Yeah.
Except for, wait, do they still do those blue? Did they ever do those, or is that Indiana?
What?
Where you couldn't buy alcohol on Sundays?
That's an Indiana thing. I'm sure
was
Michigan
it also
had
Michigan?
it
I bet Michigan did a little bit at one point.
Maybe close to Indiana. They were like, we'll conform.
But not recently.
Terrible drivers. And their roads are truly crappy.
Yeah.
But other than that, and the football, and I'm not a big football guy, but the fans there
Ohio,
are a little
so
hardcore. Their fans are hardcore. Yeah. Other than that.
But only Michigan fans. It's not Michigan State. Michigan State's different from Michigan.
Well, because, I roomed with, we had Ohio State, Notre Dame. I was the Notre Dame guy for the most part. And then we had Ohio State, Michigan, and Michigan State all in one room.
So Michigan and Ohio State were probably
interesting.
At each other's throats and terrible. Michigan State and you, fine. Yeah. We can fit in.
Yeah, Michigan State was fine.
Michigan.
But Michigan, the Wolverines.
They take offense to everything.
Dude, he had bedspread. His sheets were Michigan. If they lost, I mean, watch out.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, this is ruining your whole
Ohio
weekend.
State fans are the same way.
They are. Which is why one more Notre Dame.
Yeah.
However,
I'm bipartisan.
What I'm saying is,
that's what I hear.
I think Michigan fans are kind of like Yankees fans.
Oh,
Little hardcore. Little hardcore. That's all
a
I'm
little
saying.
cheating involved.
We're not so. I'm not so much that.
I mean,
I
there was
think-
actually, but
I was hoping someone got that.
Probably Michigan fans are probably less fair weather as because like New York, like they love you and then they hate you. So maybe you don't get that with Michigan, but they're a little bit hardcore.
Michigan
like, it is
not
just football.
Yeah, the hate is always for the other team that beat them.
Even
and
if
we're gonna
like
hate
you could
them.
get beat like 100-0, and they'd be like, "You effing suck." It's like, dude, you lost like 100-0.
You didn't even try. You didn't show up.
But that's all I'm saying. Bad roads, bad fans.
They have some nice cities,
Decent
though.
whiskey though, because we've also had
Detroit.
dude,
yeah, to James.
Two
Two
James.
James, which
Yeah.
I like. If I were to get like a tattoo of distilleries, they wouldn't be my first choice, but they would be one of the ones I'd put on my body.
You know what?
I do love Two James.
That does make this interesting. We are dealing with Niles, Michigan, like 10, 15 minutes outside of South Bend, Indiana. Indiana, we're not drinkers. Blue ribbon. Well, like we did
if you
not.
drink, it's in a closet.
There we go. So this bottle for Indiana drinkers,
Makes sense.
oh my, this is hardcore.
This is perfect.
Dude, this is
They're like,
hefty.
oh, I had a rot today.
Right.
Yeah.
This is hefty.
Yeah, it's hefty for
This is
them.
hefty.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Also interesting is I've had stuff from Two James, also Michigan. When they say rye, it is rye.
It's rye. I
This
mean,
is
drinking
not
it,
that.
it's rye.
That's why
Yeah.
that's why I keep harping on
But
this.
we're
Like
talking
it's
like
really
farther north.
nondescript.
Yeah.
So it's not just the ingredients or what. There's something. There's something, and it's not like
So maybe they're playing to their audience.
Maybe.
Maybe they're doing a really good job playing to their
how,
audience.
but how are they making a
think-
soft rye? I,
I
don't
think
know.
you're definitely onto something with the fact that they're restaurant first, and that this goes really well with food.
It does go well with the food.
I think you're really onto something there.
Now, do I think that Prince would appreciate this for food? No.
I think he would appreciate it more than most because it's not super offensive. It would probably pair with a lot of things.
I think if Prince was trying to create a meal at a
if he
restaurant,
was, then
yes,
Yeah.
But
But
with
if he's trying to
Prince
be
himself, trying to be a chef
exactly.
and do stuff, not so much.
No, if he's trying to make a masterpiece, forget about it. But if he's trying to make a dish that people are going to eat, kind of again, like quality over quantity and quantity over quality.
And
I
he
think
could
if he
pick up
was
and be
trying to
fine.
make like a decent dish that he could pump out, this would be it. But yeah, if he's trying to make a Mona Lisa smile, not so much. This is like more like Mona Lisa frown with that. But this is great with
Ramon.
like, this is like your biscuits and gravy kind of a beverage. You know what I mean? This is just
I could have this at breakfast.
and
I could
lunch
have
and
this at
dinner.
breakfast.
Right. I
And
could
lunch
have
and
this
dinner.
with
So
some
this
eggs,
is good
biscuits,
all
and
the
gravy.
time.
Yeah.
This is hard. It's hearty enough. It goes with food. Whether you're going to have a bologna sandwich or biscuits and gravy, this would pair with it.
Actually, you know what? You saying that made me think. I think this does kind of remind me a little bit of Indiana Whiskey Company.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I mean, they're not too far apart. I mean, they fit that
Which was
vibe.
also very sweet on the sweeter side.
They fit that vibe. The Indiana, like Indiana drinker, Indiana people do not drink.
Right.
We do beer. Whiskey, spirits, hardcore spirits. No,
You better be easygoing.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, this is even easier. This is more polished than like a Jack Daniels, which is already easygoing as it is, but it's more polished.
So maybe that fits with that. I think they have
it's-
potential to do
I think it's
more.
good for what it is. I really appreciate it for what it is. And I think if we kept talking, it would be gone. Look at it. It's almost, that was a
It's-
brand new bottle.
yeah.
It's more than halfway gone. And we
We
barely
literally
dipped
just
into
opened
it.
it. Yeah,
We barely
yeah.
dipped into it.
Yeah, like you definitely are onto something with the fact that he goes down as smoothly as it does. And I could drink it while discussing something.
Oh,
Or
1,000%. Yeah.
just because, like you said, I don't have to think about it at all. I'm excited to try the American Single Malt, and so I will try that this week.
I'm curious on what you
and
what you think.
See
Yeah.
how that is.
I'm curious on
Um,
if you think Chris would like that.
Yeah, I'll give it a try, and then I'll drink some of my Iron Vault with it to see. All right, are these comparable or not?
Yeah, I'm trying to save a little bit of that if we ever want to do it. But
I love that you're trying to save it.
I am actually getting, like, I'm drinking it. I'm really drinking it.
You might have turned it.
I might, yeah, at least on that one.
But
So,
that one is different.
Yes.
And he even said so.
Fair.
You give me more stuff like that. Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
Or maybe if I drink enough of that, next thing you know,
Right, yeah. Maybe I'll turn
like
you
a
on.
gateway American
It's
single
a
malt.
gateway.
I started off on this and now I'm on heroin. I mean, not heroin, but
Right.
American single.
American single malt.
This is brand new. This
This-
bottle,
yep.
this distillery, we've never heard of it. Brand new. Yes, I have been to it, but you guys, this is new. How do you feel about it? Do you think it's worth it to go after?
It has been a while since we've done that on the podcast. We haven't said that in a while. Would you get it? Would you not get it? Is it worth it? How much is it? All that stuff. We haven't factored that in a while.
We
used
haven't.
to do
And
that.
this is something that Chris just tried today. You just tried today. I've had this before, but
What's the price on it? That's usually my question.
It's let's say 50. Is that-
45.50?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Maybe
under $50?
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's good in the way that I like an easy non-thinker drinker, not a daily drinker non-thinker. I want to distinguish between the two. This is more than that, I think. I've had
So
plenty
this
of,
is a nondescript
because
drinker.
also usually a daily drinker non-thinker is cheaper too. But this is nondescript, but in a good way. It's easygoing in a good way. Is it a shelfer for me? Probably not. Is it a buy when I see it and feel like it, planning to drink the whole bottle with somebody or a group of people? Yeah. Yeah. This wouldn't last on the shelf. It's not going to last in your shelf. It's going to be gone. This is one of those things like if I got home from work tonight, it's my Friday, and I had that much in the bottle, I guarantee you before I went to bed, that'd be gone. And I wouldn't even feel a thing about it. I wouldn't be like, I drank a whole lot. It would go down very easy. I'd probably have like dinner and dessert or something. And next thing you know, it'd be gone. It wouldn't last. But that's a good thing, right? It means you're using that bottle, you enjoyed it. Whether you think like this is the most amazing, but sometimes the most amazing bottle sits on the shelf. And that's not always a good thing, right? This is getting consumed. That is going to get consumed. So in my opinion, that kind of a bottle with that kind of an experience for under $50, yeah. Yeah, I think it's good.
See, for me, I'm not as interested in that experience. I think you're right, but I just wouldn't buy a bottle for that. I need to try this with some food to see if this would go with food the way we kind of think it will. If it does go with food, then I can see buying it for that. But outside of this, I'm never going to drink that again. Unless, like I said, unless it's with like some food
Unless
or
it was,
something like
or if it was
that.
offered to you, you would.
Oh, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn it down.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong.
like I said,
don't like hate
yeah.
it.
That's why I don't think it's not a shelfer. I might not go seek it out.
No, but I wouldn't buy it for anything in particular.
Right.
Like, there's no reason that I can think of for me to buy it. The experience that Chris is talking about is not something I normally do with alcohol. Like, that's not like something I generally do when I'm drinking it. So because of that, I wouldn't buy it for those
But
reasons.
if you were having a party
Yeah.
and you were looking for something to,
I can find something
to
better
drink
for
with
$50.
nachos, but say it was right up there with like, say this was your option, and then you had like, give me some examples, Nick.
What are you looking for?
Well, around this price point, like
price
I want to
point?
say that.
I mean,
I wanna
bullets
say
at this
bull-
point. Bullets at this
You
point.
can get a lot of
Bullets a
stuff
lot
for
cheaper.
$50.
Yeah, you're
And
probably
so,
right.
like $50
But
is
would
a
you?
pretty
I don't know.
middle of the road.
Maybe more of a spender. But if I went to this store and there was a shelf and they had only had bullet for 20 and this for 45, and I had you guys coming over and we were going to have nachos and I wanted to drink and eat.
Again, like I said,
I would get this.
like I
I'd
said,
splurge. I'd splurge
like
for
I said,
this.
if I'm gonna do it for food,
Yeah.
then yes, then I would buy it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like then I would buy it. That's my caveat with this bottle.
What's
This
Watershed
bottle,
Run?
I think, huh?
What's Watershed Run?
It's $40 for a regular bourbon.
Okay, so
For
we're
the
talking
regular
$10
bourbon.
more.
Yeah,
What would you go for?
Watershed. I like, but because I like the flavor of Watershed.
Okay, all right.
Was it
and
old
like,
watershed
And
or new watershed?
Yeah, that's
current.
Oh,
regular,
you're a chain. Oh,
Oh,
bandwagon
old
fan.
watershed. The old watershed. Sign me up, dude.
I know.
I love that stuff.
But like I can sit and drink water. I don't want to sit and drink this. Like if I didn't have food with it, I don't know that I want it. We're about to go eat something. I'm gonna
Right,
pour me a
yeah.
little bottle,
Yeah.
glass of it to see how it does with the
Yeah.
food.
I
'Cause
think
I'm
it's
curious.
interesting that we are drinking it. Like
this is his third glass.
like, and he wants
It's my
more.
second. It's my,
Like,
it's my second
it's
glass.
the sour cream
This
and
is my
onion
second
chips.
glass. I'm gonna have a third.
Dude, it's the
But I'm
popcorn at the
trying to
movie
figure it
theater.
out.
You don't want it, but you eat all of it and you get a refill.
Yeah.
But I do want that.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So-
yeah, I'm drinking a lot of it because I'm still trying to figure it out. if it wasn't tonight, I wouldn't have it again. Like our next club meeting that we have
I
here.
think it is hard to
I'm
buy.
not going to pick this up.
I think it's hard to buy for the price, especially. I would agree with that.
But like I said, I want to try. I think what it's really made for is to be consumed with food. And so if that's the case, then I want to experience it in that way. Okay. And then I can say, yeah, I'll buy this because it's going to go well with my spicy foods. Yeah. And I think it could. I think it would.
This and egg rolls would be good too.
What? Egg rolls? Yeah. Asian
food. Like because Asian food is a little bit more flavorful. Yeah. This would be a good kind of a baseline.
I guess it's nice and sweet like sake is.
Yeah,
so
you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like not over. It's not going to overpower it, but it's not going to
underpower it.
Yeah.
I think this would be great with Asian food. I think noodles, egg rolls.
I would have this instead of wine with my dinner. Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. So there you go.
This would always be better than wine.
You're right. Yeah,
Nick, what do you think? What do you say?
Maybe I'm an optimist.
Yes,
I see the potential with this.
I do too. Maybe in a different way.
We're not. I'm not talking about potential for the distillery. I want to try more things from the distillery, but this particular bottle.
Oh, but I see potential for the bottle.
Okay.
If we're talking 2019 to 2026, you had 2 years out for COVID,
and it's a single barrel. They're all single barrel,
and it's a single barrel.
You might get a gym. You could potentially get a gym. Which would keep you coming for more, you know?
We might have had a miss for a single barrel idea between COVID and when they started until now. But even that miss, for me, I go, maybe. This is better than Sazerac Rye.
Is this always for sale there, though? I was going to say,
no.
they change up their mash bill all the time. So that's the thing. Like, I can't say that I'm going to get this bottle again because if I go there again, they're not going to have a rye. They're going to have something else.
Well, so they may have a rye, but not the same mash bill.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be something completely different.
They may have something different, but the rye, like
I hate to beat a dead horse too. Yeah. I wonder how much more, like how different we would feel about this if it didn't say rye on it.
I think that does make a big difference.
I do think it's putting your mind into a box, and then you're kind of confined into that box. I don't think it should say rye on it, and I don't think it should say smooth and spicy.
Yeah, smooth and spicy.
I just think if I said try this whiskey and let me know what you think, I think you would already give it like 10 more points higher than what you are now because this is not like rye the way that I think of it, but it is a good whiskey. Right. I do appreciate it for what it is. And also, I think this would be very well finished.
Yeah.
Very well finished.
Like, one thing I can definitely put on this bottle is it's pretty rare on this podcast where you, Chris, are the champion of the bottle.
That is true. I'm trying to convince Steve.
It's pretty rare that I'm the naysayer.
That's true. You're the naysayer. Yeah. That is a good point. But imagine this with a really hardcore finish. I think that might be.
I think it, and that's the thing. I think it's missing a lot of stuff.
It would lend itself to that. Yeah. Which again, we're kind of talking about pairing it with food or finish
or something. It needs something to go with it.
It does.
That's my thing with it. And so
I guess the bottle doesn't have the potential. The company, in my mind, has the potential.
Well, I think Steve agreed with that.
I do agree with you there. I do agree the company has potential.
You want to try the single barrel or the single malt?
I want to try the single malt because I think that the flavors that I'm tasting in this, in an American single malt, I think would go well.
Well, I'm afraid to try the bourbon. I will say.
Yeah. Because at this point, so sweet.
If there's anything less than, it's gonna not be good. Right. I will say that. Like, I think if we had the bourbon, I'd be like, "This is shit." Like, I think at this point, I'd be like, "This," and then Steve would be pulling me back from the brink. I'm like, "Look, this stuff is truly not good." You know, but this actually, I like it, but I don't know about the bourbon. But I have a feeling. Yeah, it might be a limp wrist if you get what I'm saying.
I would keep buying it for the potential. I
do think you might get a gym.
Maybe it's the gamble.
Give me something a higher age, maybe more age.
It's a gamble I can still drink.
They need to start finishing this stuff.
That would be interesting.
I think that would be interesting. This lends itself to it's lacking a component, and whether that's food or finish, either one would fill in that. Right. I will say that it's not lacking. It's waiting. It's waiting because it's fine without, but it is waiting for something more, whether that's food to accompany it or a finish. I do think that it could benefit from an added layer.
Yes. Whether that's pipe tobacco, cigars, or food. I would agree.
Well, this pipe of tobacco
there's
is not doing it.
Right.
We had a scotch that was similar where it was like it missed a step and then all of a sudden, boom. But the tobacco filled in
I do
that
remember that.
missing
It like
step.
there was like 3 steps that disappeared.
Yes, yeah.
It was like a flutter.
Yep.
It's like, wait
So,
a minute.
like, maybe this needs that.
Yeah.
It needs food or something to fill in the gap, and then there's something more,
primed.
You
It's
know,
ready to go.
Yes,
Yeah.
We're priming the engine, getting ready to stroke.
All that to be said before you stroke out. Yeah. All that to be said, I do think if we were to keep talking, this would be gone.
1,000%.
I do agree with that because today,
Which is not a bad marketing
No.
kind of like it's. There's something to be said for that.
Now, once I finish this bottle, do I hang it above my door? Does it do the same thing for the iron shoe? Or?
Upside down though, because
Oh.
it has to be.
Yeah, it's gotta be upside down.
Oh,
Horseshoe has to be the ends have to be facing up, so the good luck doesn't leak out of it.
Yeah, we won't hit on the pretentiousness of this company. I won't even. I've strayed away from that. We won't get into that.
Right.
I have been very good about not talking about how pretentious I do believe this company to be. We won't talk about that. But other than that, so far so good. I'd like to explore a little bit more.
I do want to try more of their stuff just to see.
if they're listening,
Yeah.
send us your stuff.
Yeah.
Or
and
interview.
There's no craft distillery that I want one bottle of.
no.
Yeah.
I want at least 2 or 3
We gotta
to really give them a
Right,
fighting
right.
chance.
And I do think that this
Because
you should try this with some
if
food.
you're craft, you're swinging for the fences. So you're trying new things, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. So that doesn't mean that even though I'm not a big fan of this bottle, I'm not a fan of the distillery. It's just this bottle is not my bottle. Yeah.
one, and I try every American single malt I can get, and
He doesn't get
I
very many.
mostly don't like them,
Right.
but I will
But on
try them.
occasion.
Yeah, I will try them. So anyway,
Well, till next time.
Until next time, we'll try this with some food.
Yeah.
For now.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. If you want more great content and other perks, be sure to support the show by clicking the link in the show notes. We can be reached on our website, whiskeychaserspod.com, with any ideas for the show. Thanks again.